Make myself a little bit bigger.
That seems good. Seems like a good size. I have to pull up the chat. Shall I pull up the chat? Oh, did some of you have it open? Have the stream open before I went live?
My man.
And I jump scared you. Thank you, Explicit SM. Alright, let's tweet that we're doing this. Twitch.tv/Cosmonaut Variety Hour. That's right. Okay. I'll give you guys a chance to come in here. Oh, there's so much I didn't watch. So much I haven't watched yet. This isn't my YouTube account, so I'm actually interested in seeing what is trending for the normal people of the world. What's trending? Nicki Minaj. Bigfoot. Hell yeah. Isn't she beefing with somebody right now? That terrible looking Ghostbusters movie. When the fuck is there another Despicable Me coming out? I don't know anything about anything, huh? A new Dragon Ball movie, which looks not that great. I'm not gonna lie. Giving you guys a chance to roll on in here. Oh yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4. Actually, I'll put that on the catch-up, actually. Remind me. I actually have to talk about Kung Fu Panda a little bit. There was a trailer here, right? Wasn't there? Am I stupid? I swear to God, what the hell? People be making so many wacky videos on this YouTube. I just swear I saw a Kung Fu Panda trailer. Oh well, let's look it up. Kung Fu Panda. Okay, that way I'll remember to talk about Kung Fu Panda a little bit. I have some thoughts about Kung Fu Panda. It's one of the things I'm gonna be talking about more than most other things. Strangely enough. Thank you, Raranalga. Monkey Man. Is that the Monkey Man, the Dev Patel movie? I'm not watching the trailer for that. I don't watch trailers for action movies because they give away the set pieces, they give away like the kills, they give away the big moments. I don't watch trailers for action movies. That is my rule. I'm sticking to it. It's never failed me. So I actually don't watch trailers for anything that I'm gonna see, unless it's like if it's a superhero movie or like, you know, Dune, like a book I've already read. If I already know what I'm getting into, I'll watch the trailer. But usually I try to avoid trailers. That's just kind of a rule. I try to avoid the premise of a movie and try to avoid the trailer.
My man.
So that I can, I don't want to know anything. And we'll talk about that when we get into some of the stuff I watched. Thank you.
My man.
Eknak GG. I can't pronounce that one, but thank you so much. Thank you, Vexorb. One Piece talk? Well, maybe like 5 seconds of One Piece talk. I think I have One Piece on here. Yeah, I have One Piece on here. Oh, Madam Web. So excited for Madam Web. Thank you, beautiful Jeff. All right. So, I did make a video on movie trailers. That was back when I watched them. A lot's changed in my life, Now that I've really, that was before I really was movie review person. So like I didn't talk about movies that much. Now I have to watch them all the time. So I like to go in blind. You know, that was before quickies. I didn't even make quickies back then. You know? Yeah. Oh, Creed. Creed's a good point. I have to talk about Creed. These are not all going to be things that have come out this year. Not fucking movie. Movie. It's not just going to be things that came out this year. I had a few things that I had to catch up on as a person. Okay. Thank you, awesome Oliver. Make sure I don't miss anybody. I don't like missing subs. It makes me angry. It bothers my brain. All right. You there now? Before we really get started, as you guys know, the chat gets a little crazy on the catch ups. You guys like to watch this one, so I might not catch up to what you guys are talking about. I might not catch up what you're saying. So this is Cosmonaut catch up, 2023 edition, right? Yeah, it's 2024 right now. I don't remember what years there are anymore. Oh, FNAF. Fuck, I gotta talk about that too. You guys are reminding me of things that came out over the year. Let's add FNAF to the list. FNAF movie. It's on the list. Okay. So, there's no FAQ because you guys aren't begging me for a video right now. So first thing I want to bring up is, what have I not watched? Okay. Now, there's a lot of stuff I haven't watched. For the first time in a long time, my end year video actually took a lot of work. D&D movie? Wait, was D&D movie last year? John Wick. Fuck, I like John Wick. Okay. Hold on. God damn it. John Wick was this year. John Wick 4. And D&D movie was this year. I do have to talk about that. I like that. D&D movie. Not the first one. Don't be careful. It's not the first D&D movie. This is the second D&D movie. Fun fact. You guys ever hear about this one? This one's crazy. I was thinking about doing a picture show on this. It's pretty ass. Okay. Stop bringing up stuff. All right? Stop bringing up stuff that's come out. Okay, so what did I not watch? I didn't watch Mission Impossible. No, that came out this past year? I don't remember. Didn't watch Mission Impossible. Main big things, I did not watch Ahsoka. I did not watch Invincible yet. I have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I have not watched... Didn't watch Blue Beetle. Haven't watched Echo. Didn't watch Gen V. It's a lot of stuff I didn't watch. I'm going to remember as we go. The Marvels I did watch. I forgot the Marvels came out. I forgot the Marvels came out. We have to talk about that. The Marvels. I forgot about that. That is on the list. That's on the list. I watched all the MCU stuff. I had to. You guys would get mad at me. Didn't watch Succession. I'm still not caught up on Succession. I got annoyed about Succession. It was a little personal. I got a little annoyed with people talking about that show every week. Like, it's a good show. It's a great show. Wonderful show. But people talking about it made me like not want to watch it. Didn't watch Aquaman. I hate to say it, didn't watch Aquaman. I was looking forward to watching Aquaman because I heard it wasn't very good. And I really wanted to watch it, but I mean, crap, man. I'm missing a lot of subs here too. Hold on. Let me catch up.
Sarcastic_idiot 1458 donated $5. Muppet Movies ranking when?
Now the Muppet movie ranking, that's gonna have to be an end year review. That would be a big one. Thank you for the donation, Sarcastic Idiot. Let me pull up my Twitch panel here so that I can see your subs better because a lot of people are subbing and I'm missing it, and it's making me angry. It's making me angry. Filter by subs. Boop. Okay, so who we missing? Who we missing? Beautiful Jeff, awesome Oliver, Tino 9876544, Oscario2, Trayer, Lay Elvis, Dan the Zam, and Kobe's Owner Live. Thank you for the subs. Okay, so I'm back now. Yeah, Succession got me. I got sick of seeing people talk about it, and I didn't watch it. Fuck, Ninja Turtles. I watched Ninja Turtles. I forgot about Ninja Turtles. There's so much stuff, a whole year of stuff I just kind of forgot about. Mutant Madness. Oh, Mayhem. Mayhem. Not Madness. Mutant Madness is a different thing. Okay. A lot of stuff I didn't watch. I saw The Boy and the Heron. I don't have much to say about The Boy and the Heron. I watched Nimona. I do have something to say about Nimona, real quick, actually. I didn't think I'd have something to say about Nimona, but I have something to say about Nimona. Let's start with Nimona. Mona. Now, this movie's nominated for Best Animated Picture, which is the only reason I'm even bringing it up right now. Movie looks really great. Looks cool. Really pretty animated movie. Looks good. I like a movie that looks good. It's just the Iron Giant. This movie is the Iron Giant, but instead of an Iron Giant, it's a Tumblr girl. There's a point like halfway through this movie where I was like, this is the plot of the Iron Giant.
Crap, man. Look at that.
Thank you, Kirla.
Kirlia donated $2.50. Yo, before you start, what did you think of the Joker deleted scene in the Batman?
You can actually go see what I thought about the Joker deleted scene in the Batman in my Batman video. But thank you for the donation. So yeah. It's Iron Giant. It is literally the plot of the Iron Giant. Like halfway through the movie, we're watching with my friends, and I'm like, guys, I think this movie's gonna end with this like I just illustrated the ending of the Iron Giant, and they're like, nah, that's not. It was the same exact plot of the Iron Giant. There were so many moments where it was the same story beats. Like, yeah, I guess it's kind of if you know what the Iron Giant, if you know the Iron Giant and you watch this movie, halfway through you're gonna have the revelation I had. All right, where you're like, wait a minute, this is very similar to the Iron Giant. All right, I like Iron Giant. This movie was cute, but it was also very similar to the Iron Giant. It looks really good. Like look at this movie. It looks very cool. Still a fine movie, cute. Let the Tumblrinas have their movie. Not a bad movie. Cute. But it is the Iron Giant. So anyway, let's move on to things I actually want to talk about. I don't know why that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. Did I see The Holdovers? Yes, The Holdovers is on here. All right, let's talk about a good thing. Let's talk about a good movie. So, I watched The Holdovers. I have to as you guys know, I take the opportunity. I take Cosmonaut Catch Up as a chance to remind you guys that real movies exist. That you don't have to watch things with Hulk in them. You know.
I mean, crap.
Thank you, Marak.
Look at that.
Is Godzilla -1 on the list? Oh wait, hold on. She'll say
Marak
it.
donated $3. Is Godzilla -1 on the list?
It is on the list. I'm gonna get to that next. Well, we'll say that near the end. We'll save Godzilla near the end. Holdovers is not mid. Shut up, idiot. I like this movie. Good movie. I love a movie with just a small cast of characters, basically in like one location over like a tiny, like a select period of time. I like stuff like this. It's I almost don't want to tell you guys the premise of these movies because you'll, you know, I don't want to spoil anything. Basically, Paul Giamatti and a young lad are stuck in a school with this wonderful woman over the holidays. Good Christmas movie. Great Christmas movie. You were in this movie. You love everyone involved. That's wonderful. That sounds very cute. I like a cabin fever type plot where small cast of people are trapped together and it's just you're watching them interact. It's basically you're just learning about these three people. That is it. That's the whole movie. And I really, really enjoyed it. Paul Giamatti is crazy in this movie. Paul Giamatti is nuts in this movie. He is so good. Straightly gives everything away. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You know what? We're not going to watch it. We're not going to watch it. We're going to go back. I'm going to stop right here. We're going to stare at Paul for a while. He's actually, isn't his name Paul in the movie? It's always weird to me. I just found that to be strange. But yeah, I really liked it. Very cozy vibes. Almost made me cry at the end. Almost. Not quite. Do I think Paul or Cillian Murphy gets Best Actor? It's gonna have to be Cillian. It's gonna have to be Cillian Murphy. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna have to be him. Paul Giamatti's really good in this, but it's kind of a banger. Like that's the thing. I did watch a lot of movies that are nominated for Best Picture. I still think not a lot actually. I haven't watched that many nominees yet. I'm like a third in. But I think Oppenheimer still clears. I still think it does. But this was a good movie. I liked it. It was good. 9.5 out of 10. I like the vibe. I will say I like the vibe of like it's like a movie made in the 70s. Like it tries to recreate the feeling of a 70s film. You know, the intro title cards, the like production companies are like all the retro logos and stuff, and that really sets a good tone for the movie. Shot like very conservatively, but in like a good way. Is it Cillian, not Killian? Cillian Murphy? Cillian Murphy, Cillian Murphy? Mr. Murphy. Is Poor Things on the list? Yeah, it's on the list. I don't want to spoil what's on the list, but yeah, it's on the list. Okay, so that's Holdovers. Good movie. I like it. Great Christmas movie. Great Christmas movie. I haven't seen the Iron Claw. Iron Claw, I want to watch real bad, but I haven't gotten to see it yet. Is this like Whiplash? Not like Whiplash. This is more of like a cute, like, it's like a feel-good movie, you know? It'll make your heart feel good. It'll make your heart feel good. It's a little sad, you know? It's a little sad, it's a little funny. It's a good little cozy drama. Good movie. Good movie. Saltburn, I didn't see yet. I've heard a lot of things about Saltburn. I didn't have time to watch it myself. Let's talk about something silly. Let's talk about a silly movie. So,
I mean,
donation.
crap, man. Look at that.
Oh.
Kirlia donated $3. Marcus, I meant the deleted scene where Batman asks the Joker for help on the Riddler case in Arkham. I promise you didn't talk about it in the video, and now I have to know. Also, my bank account is running low, so IDK if I can do this again?
Yeah, I did talk about that. I forgot about that. I didn't consider it for the video because I don't really talk about deleted scenes that much. Otherwise, that adds like so much. But I don't think that scene was not necessary. Not necessary for the film. Good thing they cut it. I'd be fine if Joker just didn't exist in that universe. I'd be fine with it. You know, I'd be fine. I'd be okay with it. Thank you, Super Small PP Gang, for the gift subs. If you guys got gifts from Super Small PP Gang, make sure to thank Super Small. Make sure you thank them because you have a Super Small PP now. Oh God, the knock at the cabin. I forgot I saw that too. Knock at the Cabin was a Shyamalan movie. That's all I can say about it. I watched it. in a hotel room. It completely left my brain after that. I can't say anything else about it. You guys are reminding me of so many things that came out though. Thank you, Champion DF, for the sub, by the way, and thank you, Chonga Bongo. Let me make sure I have it open so I don't lose you guys. So anyway, D&D movie, silly movie. Now, shut up. I actually really like this movie. Now I know a lot of people had the same like revelation when they watch it. It's like, wait, this is good actually. Thank you, Fabio Legend. Thank you, Ace of Shart. This movie, yeah, this is a good party movie. Like if you're at a party and you put this on, so that's pretty decent movie to put on. You know, donation sounds kind of loud. Honestly, we might turn the donation sounds off so that because I do have to edit this down. Let's do that real quick.
I mean,
let's do that,
man. Look at
so
that.
get your subs and donations in now, cause
Dan the Zam donated $5. Did you watch The Curse?
I actually didn't. Curse is on the list because I do love Nathan Fielder. I like Emma Stone, but yeah, I haven't gotten to that yet. We're muting everything so I can edit this a little easier, just to make my life a little easier. I will try to real hard to catch your subs. It's gonna be a little tougher, but I'm gonna make sure it's done. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Usually, the alerts are great for me when I'm playing having a little gamer time, you know. But since I'm actually actively looking at the chat, we don't need it right now. Okay, subs. Let's turn the sub sound down. Aquaman, you're gonna be disabled for now. And then let's turn our girl down. Okay. Really hope I don't miss these. Really hope I don't miss these. Okay, so let me get the page open. Let's see right here. Thank you, Raptor the Titan. I can still see you guys. Okay, cool. Am I gonna play Tekken? Not tonight, but I have been playing a lot of Tekken. I'm learning Jin right now. I got bored of Dragunov. I've been playing Dragunov for so long. I kind of just got bored of it. I want to play someone new, so I'm playing Jin. What the hell? What's going on here? Oh shit! I forgot we're talking about a movie here. Okay, so D&D movie, really good. This is probably the one movie I've watched the most out of what came out last year, to the point where I forgot it came out last year. I put this on in the background a lot. This is a great movie for putting on in the background, looking up every once in a while. Like, you're cleaning the house, you got some chores to do. You just have this movie on in the background. Every once in a while when you stop by and like check on what's going on in the movie, it's always a fun scene happening. You know? This movie made your mom want to play D&D and she's 62. That is very cute. It's a fun time. Like, you don't have to take it too seriously. It's just fun. I really, really enjoyed it. I really hope that there's a sequel. The graveyard scene is legitimately comedic gold. Like, it is paced so well. If you need to try to discover how to write comedy, the graveyard scene in this movie is how you do it. Thank you, Waffles, for lunches. How come Aquaman's still... I can still hear him. Thank you for the sub. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not grateful or anything, but why is he so loud? Oh, I didn't save. I didn't hit save. All right, test a donation.
John donated $87. This is a test donation for $87.
Thanks, John. Okay. How about now?
John donated $9. This is a test donation for $9.
I think it'll be... I think it's... Oh, save settings. Sure helps when you press save settings. I'm foolish. Okay. Anyway. D&D movie's a lot of fun. Don't think about it too hard. put it on, have a good time. It is like Fantasy Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah. It's pretty fun. How many sequels do you think this movie could have? I don't care. Just make them. Don't give a fuck. Just make them. Just put out dumb, stupid movies and I'll watch them. You know? There weren't a lot of dragons in the Dungeons and Dragons movie. You know? I can't blow your load too early. D&D is more about the D. You know? There's also D. You know what I mean? So anyway, good movie. Liked it. A lot of fun. Really cute. What else are we talking about? Let's get rid of these web pages so I know what I've spoken about already. We talked about the holdovers. All right. We did trash. Let's talk about something good. What the hell? Okay. Let's talk about make you guys eat your broccoli again. So I watched Poor Things. I can't pronounce the director's name. Not gonna try to butcher it. But I haven't seen his other movies. No, I watched The Lobster, and I forgot everything about it. So I don't count that. But I like this movie a lot. Yorgos. You watched this movie with your mom? I'm so sorry. Yorgos. Anyway, so this movie, I don't want to spoil what this is about either, because I also went into this blind. I knew like the idea. I wish I didn't. I wish it didn't get spoiled for me. This is a very strangely whimsical and fantastical movie. It's kind of like a fantasy adventure in some ways, but like not really. It's like an adventure of discovery for the character that Emma Stone's playing. She's basically learning how to be a human from the start, you know? A lot of people are saying it's Barbie for adults. Yes. So this is the girl boss movie that people think Barbie is trying to be. There's a lot of discourse right now about Barbie. See, Barbie got nominated for Best Picture. Let's be real. Barbie's a fun time, but it's not Best Picture. It's just not. It is just not. That's just a fact. Barbie is fun. Barbie's funny. It's a lot like the D&D movie. It's a lot like the D&D movie if you think about it. But if you try to analyze it as a feminist piece, it falls apart a little bit. It falls apart a lot of it. It is very surface level feminism. Now, I've always had the opinion that the movie is kind of meant for teenagers who haven't heard those kinds of messages before. You know? If you haven't heard the kind of feminist messages that Barbie is spouting, because you don't hear that in every movie you go see, and you're again a teenager who needs to hear those kinds of things, that's a great movie for you, because then you get to learn that kind of stuff in a movie for everybody. But that's again the surface level, and you can learn more about it as you grow up. This is feminism for grown-ups. This is feminism for grown-ups in a way that is more nuanced. It's a very sex-positive movie. It is a very horny movie. If you're one of the people who's like, I don't like unnecessary sex scenes in movies, you're not gonna like this movie. You are not going to enjoy this film because most of it is Emma Stone getting fucked by ugly men. So, it's called Poor Things, for you asking again. This one is for the humans. Yeah, that's right. Now, Ruffalo. People saying Ruffalo's good in this. My hot take is, I think Ruffalo's kind of the worst part of the movie. Unfortunately, he's going to show up somewhere over here. There he is. Now, Mark Ruffalo is having a lot of fun here. He's having a great time. And that is infectious. It's really fun seeing him be silly. And a lot of people are being silly. It's a silly movie. It's very funny. This is a funny scene. This is a funny moment. This is like a little aside in the movie. I really like this part. But everybody else's performance is really, really good. Like, Willem Dafoe is amazing in this movie. Emma Stone is amazing in this movie. I watched this with Vero, and Vero brought up the point that Emma Stone's basically playing someone who, you know, starts off with the mind of a newborn child in an adult body, and she rapidly advances into adulthood through the course of the movie. So you watch her transform over the course of the film, and it is seamless. There's moments where like you're like, oh yeah, she's really, you know, maturing here. She's Renesmee. Fuck, she's Renesmee. Oh my god, you're right. She's Renesmee. She's Renesmee. No. Oh my god, you're right. Fuck. Anyway, she is amazing. Willem Dafoe's amazing. And then when we get to Mark Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo's kind of just Mark Ruffalo doing a funny voice. And I like the funny voice because he's supposed to be silly in the movie. Like his role in the movie is to be silly. He's supposed to be goofy. But it still feels like Mark Ruffalo being silly. Not, you know, this character. He doesn't feel like the character he's supposed to be. It just feels like Mark Ruffalo showed up on set and had fun. Yippee! And then that, you know what? It's great. Happy for him. His accent is also really bad. Everybody else's accent is good. A lot of people are playing, you know, they're playing British people or, you know, Scottish people or Irish people, and they're all American. So, and they're doing a really good job. Mark Ruffalo isn't. He is not. So, I still liked him in the movie. He's still fun. He's still goofy. But, you know, that's it. What are you guys whining about? Well, what's going on? All right. Who's this guy? The Anomaly Inc. joke is getting very funny, but I'm going to have to tell you to chill out. Stop it. Get some help. Click. You went too crazy. Went too hard. Now your candy's gone. See you later. Okay. So, I don't know. I still don't know who Anomaly Inc. is. Sorry, Anomaly Incorporated. Did I watch Scott Pilgrim? No. I want to. I didn't have time. I turned on Scott Pilgrim. I watched the first 2 episodes. I was not excited about watching it. And then I watched it and I'm like, oh, wait. This is kind of good. But I was like doing something. You know, I like put it on the background. I'm like, I'll put this on, whatever. I don't really care about it. And I was like, wait, this is actually good. I have to sit down and actually watch this. And I didn't have time to watch it. So I have to get to that. A lot of stuff I have to watch. I also really want to watch the TED Show. You guys seen clips from the TED Show? That shit looks so fucking funny. Like, I really want to watch it. But I just got Peacock and I haven't had time to watch it. Yeah. Did I watch The Bear? No, I didn't watch The Bear. Bear's on the list. I really want to watch The Bear. I didn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen because I read the manga, so I already know what happens, and I wanted to wait till the season finished, and the season finished, so now I'm going to go back and watch it. I watched the first half. I watched the yaoi half. I like that. They definitely are very good at enhancing the anime. You know? Like, as I was reading Jujutsu Kaisen, like season 1 finished and I immediately started reading and I'm like, this is really good. And then as I was reading it, I'm like, I kind of wish I waited. Because there were certain fight scenes where, like, I'm going to be honest, his art style can be a little sloppy at times. There are fight scenes where I was like, damn, I really wish I waited to watch the anime. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna get to it. Animation is really good. It's crazy. Yeah, no, I didn't watch The Curse. Some of these things you guys are bringing up, I already mentioned. You have to watch the replay. Blue-Eyed Samurai, didn't watch. A lot of people said it's good, didn't watch it. It's on the list though. It's a long list. Invincible, I'm waiting until they get their shit together and they release the whole thing. I don't know what's going on over there. All right, but they're having a rough time. Clearly, they're working those animators to the bone. They're sleeping under their desks over there, and it's looking a little rough. And I didn't watch Killers of a Flower Moon. I'm watching that tomorrow. You guys are one day too early for that, but I had to get this. I had to get this out before the month ends. Mando season 3, was that this year? Was that this year? Was Mandalorian season 3 this year? So I wasn't gonna talk about this. I thought this was last year. I thought this was the year before. Um, there's a reason I haven't watched Ahsoka. I tapped out here. I tried. I fell asleep 4 times watching Mandalorian season 3. I never fall asleep watching things ever. I look down on people who do such. All right? I never fall asleep watching stuff. I make it a point. If I'm tired right now. I almost wasn't going to stream today, but I said I would. I'm tired right now. I would not watch a movie in this state. I really want to watch Killers of a Flower Moon, but I will not do it because I will get sleepy. And I want to respect the thing I'm watching, good or bad, and watch it all the way through without stopping, you know? I fell asleep a lot watching this show. It is really boring. And I like this stuff. I actually enjoyed the stuff in in Coruscant. I was actually kind of vibing with this. Strangely enough, I don't give a fuck about Bo-Katan. I don't care about her that much. I don't care about the Mandalorian culture that much, and the season's all about Mandalorian culture. I hate to say that I don't like Mandalorian culture in the show called The Mandalorian, but they have to make it more interesting. Like, they have to make me care. I will care about the culture of a sci-fi, society if you make it interesting. Oh, look. What's that? Dune. The thing that does it right. you know? I quit. I couldn't. I couldn't finish it. I tried. I really tried. I got like more than halfway through. I got like past the Lizzo and Jack Black episode, which I didn't even hate. But like, I didn't like it either. It was like I was watching a Marvel show. Like, I just didn't give a fuck anymore. Yeah, it doesn't feel as nicely shot. It doesn't have like the heart that the show has had. Just really felt like they're just making it to make it. They're making it because no one's telling them not to, and because people watch it. It's sauceless. You're right. It's sauceless. It's missing the sauce. Season 1 has the sauce. This show doesn't have the sauce. It still looks fine. It's still a high-budget Star Wars show. It's not bad. That's the thing. It's not a bad show. It's very watchable, but it doesn't make you excited. Like, you don't... I used to look forward to watching The Mandalorian every week, and now I don't care. I don't care. It's like I clocked out. I couldn't take it anymore. I hate that. I hate that I had to do that. Anyway. That's why I've taken a break from Star Wars. I haven't watched Ahsoka. Breaks my heart, but that's the way it is. So anyway, let me catch up on subs real quick while we get to the next thing. Ace of Shart, Raptor the Titan, Waffles for Lunches, Bazooka 12389. Thank you guys for the subs. Let me make sure I haven't missed a dono. Yeah, we missed a few donos. Hold on. Let me make it a little smaller. Yeah, I missed a few donations. Let's catch those up. Thank you, Seeker. Hello, Marcus. Loved your reviews on the Batman movies. Eagerly anticipating your thoughts, and you did not disappoint. Favorite film critic on YouTube. Thank you very much for the kind words. Thank you for that. That makes me smile. Makes me happy. Then we got Polo171. Thank you for the Batman vids. You can listen to you ramble about Batman all day. Do you have any thoughts on Tekken's story? I watched my friend play the Tekken story. Got very Final Fantasy at the end, and very funny, very silly. I liked it. Very funny. Number score for Poor Things? Sorry. Yes. Number score for Poor Things? 9.5. Real close to a 10. I hate to say it, but Mark Ruffalo kind of drags it down half a point. Just half a... He's in the movie he's in the movie a lot. He did pull me out of it a lot. Like, the movie's very immersive. The scenes in color... Hold on. Do we still have it up? I lost it. It's gone. The scenes in color are beautiful. Why is Kung Fu Panda up here? Anyway, I'll get to it later. Yeah. I really just didn't love Ruffalo in it. And thank you, Seeker. Hello, Marcus. Love your Batman video reviews. Participating. Oh wait, I already said that. I already read that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Seeker, and everybody else. And then we got more subs coming in. More subs. I'm missing them. Where are we? Strawberry Newts. Thank you. Punstoppable. Thank you. Ruby Candies. Frosted FGC. Emperortal. Tom B120. Thank you, guys. Okay, so real quick, and thank you. The name's Jinx. I just caught you just now. Thank you for the sub. I didn't say... I'm trying something new this year, okay? There's a lot of things that I watched that have come out long before 2023. I finally got to watch Kung Fu Panda. Everybody's been talking about Kung Fu Panda, and I watched Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2. I haven't watched the third one yet, but I watched 1 and 2. This movie's pretty good. I don't know if you guys have seen this Kung Fu Panda movie before. Fucking Boy in the Heron. Come on. I saw Boy in the Heron. It was fine. A little too long in the tooth. Miyazaki needs to be reined in a little bit. Looked great. Robert Pattinson sounded funny. Anyway. So, Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda was actually really good. I heard a lot of people say the second one was better. So I was expecting the second one to be better. The first one is better. Let's be honest. First one's a lot better. Okay? I love A Hero's Journey, first of all. And it's done decently well here. It's not the best Hero's Journey. I wish there was a little more to Poe as a character. The gimmick of he's the fat guy, like, it's fine for a kid's movie. I get it. But, you know, I just wanted a little more from him. And you do get that in the second one, I will say. The second one adds a lot to his character with, you know, his past and stuff. I like that. But the problem with the second one is that they show you what happened to the pandas at the beginning of the movie. And then the rest of the narrative is you watching Poe discover this information that we already know. We were told at the very beginning that What's-His-Face killed all the pandas, right? That Gary Oldman killed all the pandas. So it's kind of frustrating watching Poe slowly learn this over the course of the movie, where I think if they just kept that a secret, that reveal near the end would be really good, you know? That would be surprising. Like, oh my god, Poe's family is dead? What the fuck? Like, that would be kind of cool, right? But no, you were told that at the beginning, and then you have to watch Jack Black be goofy for an hour and a half until the very end when he finds it out. You know? It's more than a nitpick at that point, because it would really legitimately make the story better. If that was the case, I legitimately would think the second one would be better than the first one. But unfortunately, that's how it is. But I liked it. The action scenes in 2 are better than the action scenes in 1. So there's that. But yeah. Pretty good. I liked them. Didn't watch the third one yet. I heard the third one was kind of mid, so I didn't feel like watching it. But I liked 1 and 2. Pretty good movies. Let's see. Let's talk about something good now. We finished Mando. I'll talk about that later. I actually want to talk about that later. Let's watch John Dick. So I watched John Dick. I actually haven't talked about the John Wick movies. I like the John Wick movies, but these are like for me, you know. I like to keep these for myself. There's some movies that there's some things I don't review or talk about because I don't want to. I want to enjoy them on my own and not have to share my feelings with the world, you know? And that's how I feel about John Wick. You know? Now, I like John Wick 1. I strangely really, really like John Wick 2. Like, I think John Wick 2 is my second favorite for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I like that John Wick 2 doesn't stop. Like, John Wick 2 doesn't have any slowdown. And one thing I don't like about the John Wick movies, I think the John Wick movies get overhyped a little bit. The world building and, like, story of these movies is bad. And, like, I always thought that was the point. Like, I take that as, like, oh, that's kind of the point. Like, you don't need to worry about the story. Like, the framework is just here to get to the action scenes. The story's not great. All right, it's a movie based around a guy who's upset his dog and his wife are dead. All right, and it's been that for 4 movies, and like that's kind of like a joke at this point. Also, yes, Keanu is not a good actor. I said this the other day to someone I met. We were talking about Keanu because I was talking about how much I love The Matrix. Matrix is one of my favorite movies. The first Matrix is in my top 5. I've never said this to you guys. I don't think I have. I love The Matrix. But not because of Keanu. Keanu doesn't act. Keanu performs. And that works for me. I watch a Keanu movie to watch a performance. I watched him in... this scene was so cool. Oh my god, I forgot about this. This stairway scene. He is a great performer. But as an actor... he's gotten worse somehow. I don't know what happened, but he's actually gotten worse at acting. Seems like a wonderful guy. Seems like a nice person. Not the best actor in the world. But I don't watch these movies for that, you know? I watch these movies for shit like this. I watch these movies for high octane action, okay? Good choreography. You know, cool stunts. This one's shot really well. Like the shots of this one are really cool. The scene, the fucking Hotline Miami scene from Bird's Eye View where he's going through the apartment building, just wrecking people with a shotgun that shoots fireballs. That is insane. I'm sure it'll be here. Yeah. Like this scene is so fucking raw. It's stupid. I don't need to know about the plot of this movie. All right, this is a video game. This shit has the sauce. It's true. This shit has the sauce. I liked this one a lot. I don't like John Wick 3. I think John Wick 3 is very tedious. John Wick 3, that's where like they focus a lot on the story and the world building, and it gets really boring. Whenever they're talking in these movies, it's the worst part of the movie. Like, whenever they're having a conversation, it's terrible. And John Wick 3 is mostly conversation. My friend fell asleep in John Wick 3. I'm like in the theater watching with my friends at turnover. He's just... And I'm like, you know what, buddy? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't care about the coin lore. I don't care about the lore of the coins and the assassin guild. I don't care. I want to see shit like this. I want to see this stuff. I want to see a long take of Keanu Reeves with a fire shotgun just destroying people. All right. So yeah, I like my ranking is 4, 2, 1, 3. I like 1 a lot. I really don't like 3. Like I try not to rewatch 3. Like I rewatch these every once in a while. I don't rewatch 3 very often. I rewatch 2 a lot. I like John Wick 2. John Wick 2 is good. It's real good. 4 was really good. A lot of people are saying they don't want the series to come back. I don't care. Again, I feel the same way I feel about John Wick as I feel about the D&D movie. Just make them. I'll watch them. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And yes, rest in peace, Lance Reddick, Commander Zavala. I hear that man's voice so often. But yeah, don't care if they make more. I could see them making more. And that's John Dick. So we did a good movie. Let's talk about a bad movie. Now we're going to do the MCU Power Hour all as one thing. Like all the MCU stuff I watched. It's going to be in one chunk. You know what? Let's keep going with the good stuff. Because I just bought this movie. I just bought this one. Oh, you know what? This is fucking Paramount. Fuck this shit. Let's do this. Fuck you, Paramount. Suck my dick. There we go. They're never gonna be able to catch this shit now. So we'll get to Godzilla. Godzilla's gonna be near the end. Okay, I'm saving Godzilla. I like this movie a lot. Now, I think it might be a little too long. It's just a hair too long. If this movie was a little shorter, it'd be better. Pacing's a little iffy, but it's all offset by the fact this movie's very cute. Oh, sorry, John Wick 4 gets a 8 out of 10. John Wick 4. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Yeah, if this movie was just a little shorter, I'd like it. But the cuteness of this movie saves it. I love that they let the kids ad-lib. I like that the turtles are teenagers. I really liked Master Splinter. I like Jackie Chan Master Splinter. I think he's really funny in this. Like, this is the best version of the Ninja Turtles that we've gotten since like the Nickelodeon show. Even then, the Nickelodeon show looks really cool. They're on the Nickelodeon show. The Rise show. I'm kind of like a low-key Turtles fan. I don't talk about it that much because I only like Turtles every once in a while. When I was a kid, I liked the Turtles aesthetically, and I didn't like any of the shows. I just thought the Turtles looked cool, and I thought the shows sucked, so I didn't watch them. But as an adult, I kind of like the Turtles. I like the Rise show a lot, but again, their personalities are usually kind of just, Raphael's the dumb strong one, Donatello's the smart one, Mikey's the funny one, and Leonardo's the boring one, and that's how it's always been for a long time. And I like that here they feel like four teenage brothers. They still have their distinct character traits. You could tell them apart, when they're talking. I like that they're Zoomers. People are like, oh, there's too much Zoomer humor in this. They're kids. Like, you ever talk to a fucking kid? This is exactly how they talk. This is exactly what they act like. And I like that. I like that kind of realistic depiction. Even if I were to talk to a Zoomer in real life, I'd want to blow my brains out. Yeah, but I'm not talking to a Zoomer in real life. I'm watching a very realistic depiction of a Zoomer in a cartoon turtle form, and it's really good. It would be inaccurate if they weren't Zoomers. If I was watching a movie with a live action child actor and they were, giving a very strange and unrealistic performance, I would complain about that, So I like that they are annoying Zoomers. I like that they're cringe, annoying ass kids because it was very cute and endearing. Yeah, I liked it. Liked it a lot. Very fun. Weird pacing issues. The movie looks awesome, by the way. I like that it looks like, drawings in a kid's notebook. This looks like what I would draw as a kid in elementary school. Isn't Marcus a Zoomer? Don't ever say that about me. Don't ever insult me in such a way. I am a cringe-ass millennial. All right? I'm an old man now. Mr. Beast is in this? Is Mr. Beast in this shit? Never mind. 4 out of 10. Yeah, I like the movie. I give it like the same rating. This is like, I feel the same way about this as I feel about D&D. D&D movie and this are like in the same category for me. A movie that like I'll put on like for my friends. I'll be like, oh, you guys haven't seen that? I'll put that on. We'll watch it. Yeah. 7.5 is probably good. Probably good. I liked it a lot. Sometimes a 7.5 is a great movie, 7.5s are some of the movies I watch the most. Yeah, I liked Ice Cube a lot. I think Superfly was actually a really cool villain. I like that they did not go to Splinter right away. They did something, a little different. I think that was really cool. It was really cool. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. That one fight scene, they probably have it on here somewhere. But that one fight scene in the middle of the movie, when it's like the montage, like the Deadpool fight scene, was really sick. I'm never going to find it. It's not like I can because Paramount will fuck this video up. Anyway, it was really fun. I liked it. Something I didn't like. I don't have much to say about this one, but this movie is ass, bro. This movie sucks. This movie sucks dick. I wish I didn't watch this movie. I legitimately wish I didn't watch it. It was a waste of my time. All right? Now, here's the thing. I know the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. I have known the Five Nights at Freddy's lore for about 2 years now. I don't know why, but one day I just decided I want to know the lore. So I spent a week learning the lore. And I know that makes me sound like a zoomer, but it actually, you're wrong. It makes me sound like a millennial. Because that was the moment where I was like, I want to see what these kids are. I want to see what these whippersnappers are talking about. You know? Because I'm always, if something's popular, I have like this weird fascination with why it's popular. And I want to find out why. You know, and I'm not about to play all the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I played the first two when they came out. And I was in college when Five Nights at Freddy's existed. Like when the first game came out, I was paying taxes, okay? I didn't have time. I had to go to college. I had to do my exams. I did not have time to get into Five Nights at Freddy's, all right? Yes, I told you I'm old. And, you know, I was watching the Game Grumps, you know, fucking react to them and your Markipliers, and I was like, it looks like they're having fun. But that's not for me. That's for little kids. I have to go to work now, and I did that. Okay? So, I know the lore. I studied the lore. I have opinions on the lore. I have favorite animatronics. Okay? I'm not going to get into all that because it's embarrassing. Because I actually really got invested in the shitty ass lore. It's terrible. It's not good. It's dog shit. It's horrible. Okay? I like the marionette the most. So I was actually strangely looking forward to this movie because I knew it wasn't going to be good. It's probably got the worst pacing of any movie I watched all year. This is probably my least favorite movie I watched of the year. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is paced so strangely because for some reason it has to have 5 nights at Freddy's. So every night something has to happen, but there's only so much we can do with that, right? Because we can't have him being tormented by the animatronics because we need to try to make a plot around the animatronics being, you know, little kids' souls in the animatronics. It's really weird. Like, it's not scary. Like, the animatronics are kind of, like, cute and goofy. So, like, there's no tension. You don't really feel scared of them. Maybe that's the point, but it is kind of trying to be a horror movie, but also not. It's trying to be for kids. I did like the one scene of the animatronics fucking people up where, like, that girl gets, like, bitten in half. That was cool. That's the only time anything cool happens. What's his face? Fuck, why can't I remember his name? Guy who plays Shaggy. The guy from Scream. Matthew Lillard. Thank you. Love Matthew Lillard. He's good in Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks: The Return. I like him in Twin Peaks. He has a really good performance in Twin Peaks: The Return for the few episodes he's in. Love Matthew Lillard. He's barely in it. His inclusion in the story is laughably dumb. Josh Hutcherson actually is really good in the movie, though. Like, I don't like the movie, but he's putting his pussy into this shit, all right? He is trying really hard in this movie, and I respect that. I respect the hell out of it. Yes, his P-Tussie. He is really giving it his all, and I respect the fuck out of that, all right? The girl, the fucking the girl from You, the only woman in the movie. You know, her character's horrible. It's one of the worst characters in a thing that I've watched this year. Like, oh, you know, I'm gonna lure you into this place, and basically I'm complicit in murders, but kind of also a good guy, and I'm gonna smirk a DreamWorks smirk at you, and I kind of know everything that's going on, but I'm not gonna tell you. And what is my point in the story? Who knows? It doesn't make any sense. Did you guess the twist? Who couldn't guess the twist? I know the lore. The Matt Pat cameo is hilarious. The movie's bad. I did not like it. 1 out of 10. Really not good. I'm glad I didn't watch it in theaters. Oh my god. If I watched this in theaters and had kids screaming, honestly, that might have made it better. I take it back. Might have liked it more. Anyway. Oh, is my webcam fucked? Wee woo. Wee woo. Should be good now, right? Anyway. Before we continue, let's catch up on the kind donations and subs. Thank you, Bizaster. Thank you, Gotham Demon. Thank you, Gotham Demon. Thank you, SRK, for the community sub, the gift sub, and for your sub. Thank you, Carlos Tommy. And thank you, Carlos Tommy, for the same thing, the gift sub. Thank you, Platinum Bacon. Thank you, Jax Toon. Thank you, Turkey Butt. And then let's see. Yep, that's it. Okay, so anyway, that was FNAF at Freddy's. It sucked. Didn't like it. We're not gonna talk about this yet. Super quick lightning round. I watched Creed 1 and 2 this year. I'm only talking about this for one reason. Creed 1's a 10 out of 10, baby. Creed 1 is a perfect film. I don't care who disagrees with me. Creed 1 is great. Creed 1 is perfect. Perfect. It is the perfect movie. And yes, I'm late. I've been wanting to watch these for a long time. Creed 1 is so good. Like, yeah, it gives me chills. I watched this because I was like, yeah, I got to catch up on some movies I haven't seen. I'm just going to put this on. I was enraptured. I was so engrossed in this film. I love Creed 1. I watched it twice in a row. In a row. I never do that. I put it back on, back to back. I was like, run it back. I'm going back in. I had a great time. The long take boxing match is so fucking good. So good. Why'd I only give it 4.5 on Letterboxd? I have to update that. When I watched it, that was after I watched it the first time. After I watched it the second time, I was like, yeah, okay. This is the one. I have to update that. Don't take the Letterboxd reviews seriously. Anyway, I've only seen Rocky 1, 2, and then Creed 1 and Creed 2. Those are the only ones I've seen. I like Rocky 2 actually quite a bit. I do not like Rocky 2 very much. That's why I have not continued the Rocky series. Never really decided to give those a solid chance. I like Rocky 1 though. Rocky 1's pretty good. Now Creed 2 was a little bit of a letdown. The Coogler effect is very powerful. This movie is like the sauceless version of Creed 1, unfortunately. It's directed worse. Creed is not a interesting person. It's kind of boring. Kind of a boring guy, so like I don't really care about his conflict. The story with the Russians was better than Creed's conflict. Creed's conflict is just like, oh man, I lost a fight and it's really upsetting me. Bro, you've lost fights before. Get the fuck over it, man. Like, I get it. It's the backstory with his dad. I understand, you know? But, like, that's his whole conflict is the same conflict for the whole movie, and it doesn't have a lot of nuance, and I kind of just wanted a little more from this. I expected more. I thought this one was going to be as good as the first one, and it wasn't. I ended up liking the Russians way more. Also, my friend brought this up. I was watching this with my friend. You know how people mention the Mexico filter is like yellow? The Russia filter is blue, and people don't talk about that. It's true. People don't talk about that shit. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I liked Drago. I liked these characters the most. I thought the Russians were the most interesting part of the movie. Way more interesting than Creed, unfortunately. You know? So anyway. Yeah, a little disappointing. Creed 2 gets 7. Yeah, didn't hate it. It was still like a watchable, fine movie. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Let's run through this real quick. So I don't have much to say about this one. I don't want to get people too mad. I wasn't going to make a video on it. I wasn't going to talk about it that much. I talked about it enough on Twitter. I didn't like One Piece live action. I thought it's kind of stinky. I don't know why people are excusing this and they're not excusing Cowboy Bebop. It is the same quality. It is the same level of quality. It really is. I'm sorry. I don't care if you disagree. This is the same shit, bro. This is a little better because the performances are very good. Main guy who does Luffy, that's Luffy on screen. Amazing depiction of Luffy. Wonderful depiction of the character. People were complaining about him. People were like, oh, the show's great, but that is not Luffy. Shut the fuck up, all right? This is as close as you get to Luffy in real life. Luffy is a fucking cartoon character, all right? He is Bugs Bunny and Goku put together. You cannot capture that accurately in a human being, all right? This is as close as you get, all right? This is as good as Luffy can get in live action. I really like Sanji. They fixed Sanji. Sanji is insufferable in early One Piece because he is... The pervert character does not age well in shonen, and it's very hard to recommend shonen to people with, you know, aggressive pervert characters. But Sanji is fixed in this by being kind of just like the gentleman character. I like that a lot. I will say the fight scenes are better choreographed than I gave them credit for. I saw this trailer earlier. I'm like, this looks stiff and awkward, and I don't like it. They're a little better than I gave them credit for. There's some fight scenes that are actually pretty cool. So I'll give it credit there. But I unfortunately could not erase the manga from my brain as I was watching this. Everything is it. I said it this way. It's not that it's bad. It's that it takes everything from the anime and manga and it never surpasses it. It's never better. So it's like, you know, I love the One Piece manga. It was like reading the One Piece manga, but worse, at least a little bit worse in every way. So why would I enjoy it? You know, that's just me. I don't think I'm the target audience. I think that there's like two types of One Piece fans. There's One Piece fans like me who are snobs who only read the manga and hate the anime, even though the anime's gotten better, who still do not like the anime very much because we're snobs. And then there's One Piece fans who will just enjoy One Piece and they'll eat it all up. They'll watch the anime, they'll watch the movies, they'll read the manga. They like it all. This is more for the latter. Is the latter the second one? The former's the first one. It's for the second ones, all right? It's not for me. And I accepted that. I watched it. I didn't have a bad time. I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's fun. It's One Piece. This is very good for getting people into One Piece. I found a lot of people watch this and they're like, oh, I didn't give a fuck about One Piece, but now I kind of do. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I would love for more people to get into One Piece. So I think that's okay. Just wasn't for me. That's all. It was not for Marky. So I'm not going to give it a score because it wouldn't be nice. I was not the target audience. And the reasons I don't like it are very personal because I really like the One Piece manga to the point where I will not watch the anime. That's how much I like the manga. I'm a snob. I understand that. But for what it's worth, I think most people would like it, and it's worth the watch. They fucked up Usopp though. I have to say, they fucked him up. He doesn't get to do shit. All right? In his first arc, he is crucial to saving the day. All right? And in this show, he doesn't do shit. They make it about Zoro for some reason. He can't even save his own island. That is absurd. Makes no fucking sense. All right? Bothers me. And yeah, the Mihawk was worse. I forgot how violent this was, too. There was a lot of violence in it. I actually did like the violence. Kind of like the violence. Forgot about that. Like, people get, like, fucked up in this. I thought that was kind of cool. Same thing in the manga? No. Are you fucking kidding me? In the manga, he is instrumental. He has to hold off all of the cat pirate forces with Nami. Did you forget about that? He doesn't get to do that shit here. He just gets knocked out. And Zoro's got to save the day. All right? Ridiculous. Absurd. They fucked him up. They improved Sanji a lot. Ruined Usopp. Ruined him. So anyway. What else we got? I think we're kind of nearing the end of our little show here. I talked about Kung Fu Panda. I didn't watch Iron Claw. I want to. Fast X, I did watch. I have no thoughts on it. I did watch Doctor Who. I watched the Doctor Who specials. I haven't watched Doctor Who in a long time. But I like the specials. They're pretty good. And I don't like David Tennant very much. As you guys, I've said this before. I went on my rant about David Tennant before. But I did actually like him in these new specials. I was pretty big fan of those. The second one was pretty bad. But like I didn't mind it. Like I think it was on paper not the best, but I kind of like didn't mind. You know? I really like the new Doctor too. I think he's cool. Pluto, I didn't watch because I've read it. And I'm not ready to go on that journey again. That's my favorite manga of all time. And it makes me sad. So I can't watch it yet until I am emotionally prepared. Hope you all understand that. Haven't seen American Fiction. Haven't seen Past Lives. Attack on Titan have not watched either. Pretty behind on Attack on Titan. -1 we're saving for later. What else? Saltburn we didn't watch. Didn't watch Transformers. We're saving Rise of the Beasts. I cannot watch Transformers without Dan. Alright. I think we're ready to move on. Didn't see Blue Beetle. Evil Dead was fine. I'm not as high on Evil Dead as I was before. Oh. What's that movie? Talk to Me. I like Talk to Me. I'll talk about Talk to Me for a little bit. Talk about Talk to Me. Let's see. So, I love a horror movie. You know, I love a little spooky spook. Evil Dead Rise didn't really do it for me in a lot of ways. I liked a lot of things about it, but there's some things I really didn't love about it. I think it gets a little too memey. I think it's kind of winks at the audience a little too much with like the chainsaw and stuff. The final boss of that movie is really cool though. Oh, the killer. Fuck, I had to talk about the killer too. Let me get to that. I was kind of let down by Evil Dead Rise in a few ways. I didn't hate it, but I was like, yeah, it's whatever. It was fine. I watched it. Then I went in to Talk to Me, and I was like, this is what I fucking wanted. This is what I fucking wanted. This is it. This movie is miserable. This movie's so upsetting. And I love a miserable movie. You guys know this about me. This is Zoomer horror for sure. This is a Zoomer horror movie. Again, a movie where like the Zoomers talk like Zoomers. You know, if that annoys you, you're not gonna like the movie, but you know, get over it. This movie does have the sauce. Shot really well. It does feel like I could say this movie isn't like scary, but it feels like a nightmare. You know? Like, I don't know about you guys, but like I'm at the point in my life where like nightmares aren't gonna leave me like sweating and screaming. I wake up in a cold sweat, you know, but it's gonna kind of put me in a bad mood for like that first few minutes of me being awake. You know, I'm gonna be like, ugh, didn't like how that made me feel. That's how this movie makes me feel. You know? Feels like a nightmare. And I think that's a good feeling for a horror movie. Yeah, I had anxiety watching it too. I was never like, you know, like, oh, geez, this is getting really fucking scary. I was like, wow, I'm upset. This put me in a bad mood for a week also. Yeah. I really, really was left dreadfully uncomfortable by this movie. You know when I said like The Holdovers was a comfy movie? This is an uncomfy movie. And I think there's a place for both of those kinds of films in the world. You know? Not gonna, you know, scare your pants off. You're not gonna be, you know, sleeping with the nightlight on. But it's very effective at what it's trying to do. I was really into it. I give this one a 8.5 out of 10. No, the performances are so good. I just remember by looking at these people fucking screaming and losing it. 9.5 out of 10. This girl is so fucking good in this movie. It is a crime that we do not let horror actors get nominated for Oscars. It's ridiculous. This is like actually best performing, like best actress material. Not lying. And it's fucked up that there's no recognition because it's a horror movie. That's fucking stupid. It's dumb. Anyway. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. I give it an 8.5. Yeah. Didn't see Asteroid City. It's on my list. Haven't seen Saw X. I haven't seen the Saw movies. I didn't see Gen V. Everybody's asking. I hadn't watched Gen V. Didn't watch it. I'm kind of like naturally predisposed to not like spin-offs, but I heard Gen V was decent, so I considered maybe watching it. I might get to it. Castlevania I did watch, but I was doing something, so I kind of forgot it. I watched it while I was painting, so I missed out on a lot, but I did enjoy what I saw. I was going to rewatch it. Dan and I just put it on in the background while we were hanging out, and I was painting something. So I didn't really get to enjoy it to its fullest, but I was into it. Scream 6 I saw. Scream 6 was pretty good. Scream 6, I think... Do I have anything more to say about Scream 6? I have a few hot takes about Scream, I suppose. So, yeah, I'll talk about Scream 6 for a moment before we move on. I think the Scream movies are kind of shit. They're all kind of bad. The first one's great. I love the first Paramount. You're right. Thank you for saving me. Boop. Thank you. They are shit on purpose. Yes. Now that is something I should bring up. Scream 1 is good. Like legitimately good. Scream 1 is actually a good movie. There's a reason there are a million of these movies. There's a reason that it was a pop culture phenomenon. There's a reason why every fucking kid in my elementary school was wearing the Halloween costume when the first one came out. I remember when the first one came out. Everybody loved this movie. All right? Again, I'm old. So, I was very disappointed because I watched through these recently. I had already seen the first one, a few times. But I never watched past that because I think horror sequels, usually kind of suck. And they're not good. They're not good. I don't think they're good. They're bad. Yeah, they suck, actually. They're shit. And the thing is, they're trying to be corny on purpose, and that works to a degree. I still think you have to be good on top of that. Like, 1 is kind of corny and stupid on purpose, but it works. And then every single movie is the same movie. I like 2 a little. Well, 2's like fine. 1 is great though. And that's the problem, is that 1 is really, I think 1 is one of the greatest horror movies. You know? And then they never hit that point ever again. I knew the killer in Scream 5. So it kind of ruined it for me. But I like that the plot was like, making fun of people who don't like The Last Jedi. I always enjoy that. If the movie's going to be stupid and meta, just go for it, Be dumb, be stupid. Be a dumb movie. But this one I actually liked. Because it actually tried to take it in a different direction. It wasn't trying to copy all the other movies as much. It's still not good. But I feel like this is the first time I felt like I was watching a sequel and not just a remake of the first one. So for that reason, I kind of enjoyed this one. It's not good, but I enjoyed my time with it. I wasn't sitting there with arms crossed, frown on my face. I didn't give a fuck. I'm not taking this shit seriously. Still not as good as the first one, but it's not as bad as the worst ones, so I didn't mind it too much. If this was on HBO, I'd leave it on. I think we're done. We're done with Scream though. Society has moved on. Society has moved past the need for Scream movies. I'm done with Scream movies. Scream movies are over. I'm finished with them. We're done. Okay? Anyway. Let's move on to our second to last entry our last entry before we move on to the MCU Power Hour. All right? Ugh. Oh, yeah. Let me, Thank you, Turkey Butt, for the tip. William Afton is the Master Xehanort of FNAF. That is actually true. That is actually true. Thank you for that donation. Let me make sure that I didn't miss any of you guys here. Turkey Butt subbed also. Thank you. Albaca, thank you for the sub. And thank you, Marauder Sanctum, for the sub. Okay. Fuck, the killer. Damn it. I gotta talk about the killer. I'm kind of like this guy if you really think about it. I'm just like him. This is literally me. This is literally me, bro. So I watched The Killer when it came out. So you may notice kind of a little bit of a theme is that when the year nears its end and November, December films come out, I miss a lot of them. Because I'm working on Batman stuff. I'm working on end-of-year videos, and those take a lot. And the Batman videos took a fucking long time. I said before in, I think, my stream yesterday, not yesterday, the last stream that I did, that the Batman videos, I've been working on those for about a year now. Here and there, piece by piece. So, the last 2 months, I've been in Gotham City for a while, okay? I didn't have time. I didn't have time to watch everything. Now, people don't seem to like this movie. I like this movie. I was really into it. Now, I like a movie that's just vibes. A lot of people said it's boring. I like a boring movie. I did not like seeing Florida. Floridians are actually this strong, by the way. I've seen it. It's kind of too early for me to see Florida again. Very, very, very upsetting memories for me. But I actually really like the movie. I like this character. I liked following this character. I liked that he is shit at his job and wrong all the time. I really enjoyed that Fincher took this thing that he always does. He narrations are his thing. He loves to have the character talk to you directly. And normally in a movie, you would criticize that. You'd be like, oh, you should be show, don't tell. I always say that, right? But I like that this is kind of playing on the fact that it's more of a critique on his own films, which I'm actually I think is actually interesting. Is that like he'll tell you something and he'll be wrong and he'll look stupid and he'll look dumb. You know? And I think that that's very interesting. I thought that was a very interesting way to do it. Because most of the movie, most of the dialogue, most of what you hear is this character telling you what's happening. And he's very unreliable. He's an incredibly unreliable narrator, and it's done in a way that I think is very interesting. So yeah. I liked it. That was pretty good. I don't know when I gave it on Letterboxd, but it's like an 8. Yeah. It's an 8. Heard some squeak down here. Okay. Favorite Fincher movie? That's a toughie. I'd really have to think about that one. I would really have to think about that one. It might be Social Network, but I do like Gone Girl quite a bit. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. That's a toughie. I wouldn't be able to answer that right now. SRK, I already read your donation. I read it, silly. I said thank you. Oh, wait. I missed it. No, that was Secret. I'm sorry, SRK. I missed your donation. That's my fault. Been fan since Infinity War videos. A couple questions. 1, have you ever seen the Hangover trilogy? 2, did you watch BRBA and BCS? And what are your thoughts on the Emmy snub? What are BRBA and BCS? What are those? What are those? Breaking Bad? Oh, Better Call Saul. Oh. Better Call Saul. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Better Call Saul never won, like, anything. And the thing is, I haven't seen Better Call Saul. Like I said, I'm kind of naturally disposed to not like spinoffs, but I know Better Call Saul is good. So my problem is, I watched Breaking Bad as it was airing, because, again, I'm old. I watched it from season 1 all the way to the finish. Every week, I watched Breaking Bad. I loved that show. I watched it. I started it in high school. Okay? I started that show before I was done cooking. All right? Before I even had fully formed opinions, I was watching that show. Okay? So, I don't remember a lot of Breaking Bad. I'm not like you guys, where, you grew up and you're like, oh, I'm going to start watching things that are good. I've heard this Breaking Bad show is good. I'm going to watch it all at the same time, all within the course of like a few weeks. And then you get to form your opinion on it, all right? I don't have that luxury. I forgot half of Breaking Bad. So I've been wanting to rewatch it before I go to Better Call Saul. Yeah. It's taken me a little while. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. I've not seen the Hangover trilogy. Wait, I saw Hangover 1, and I saw Hangover 2. I saw the censored version on an airplane, which made it funnier. Made it a lot funnier. Have you seen any Indian movies? Like you mean like Bollywood? Because not many. A few, but not many. Yeah, I watched RRR. But that was in last year's catch up. But yeah, not that many. A few. I've watched a few. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the main event, baby. Oh shit! I accidentally deleted the fucking. Here we go. Okay, you guys really want me to talk about this one? It's Godzilla time. It's big lizard time. So, Godzilla -1. This is the movie everybody's fucking talking about. Everybody loves this movie, right? Godzilla -1 is pretty good. Now, I like Godzilla. I like Godzilla a lot. I'm a Godzilla fan. I think I have about... There's one there, and there's one over there, and there's one back here. I have like 3 Godzilla posters in this very room. All right? Love Godzilla. This is the best Godzilla since Shin Godzilla's good. But I'm not counting that. I'm thinking about other older Godzillas. Is it 89? Which one's the one? The first one in the second era. I think it's 80, 83? 88. 88. Return of Godzilla 84. 84. I like that one. That's a personal one. I just kind of like that one. I don't think it's very good. But this one, the first one, and Shin Godzilla are the good ones. That's it. A lot of people saw this. I like Final Wars. Look, I like the other Godzilla movies, but they're not good. Okay? This is a good movie. All right? I don't think it's perfect. I know you guys can already tell that I had some things to say about it. I don't think it's perfect. It was very overhyped for me too, unfortunately. I think people who saw this and were like, holy fuck, that movie was amazing. They haven't seen other Godzilla movies, you know? Now, I will say, this is like, every once in a while, like, even Godzilla movies that aren't great might have like one scene that's like really good. And I'm like, damn, I wish that was in a good movie. But people who don't know Godzilla can be good, and people who just watch the fucking Monarch bullshit King Kong Godzilla movies, they see this and they're like, oh, that was real. That was a real movie. And yes, it is. But like, this wasn't on my best of the year. People were saying this is best movie of the year. I'm like, what? Huh? Is what? It's really good, but it's not in that bracket for me, you know? When I hear that, before I go into a movie, I'm expecting to see that, you know? I'm expecting to see best of the year material. Okay? I'm thinking, immediately, once I hear that, I have Oppenheimer in my brain again, you know? The movie everybody saw. So when people are, you know, saying that this is best of the year, I expect to see best of the year. Now, to be fair, this movie is very good. Visually, I cannot understand how they made this movie with the money they had. Okay? This movie looks like a $1 billion movie. It looks like $100 million movie. It looks brilliant. That scene right there, best scene in the movie is this one. This scene, just his performance is so good. His performance is fantastic. And that scene right there is the best. This is the one that this got me. I was like, okay. Yeah. That's some good shit. That's some good shit. My problem with the movie, though, it's kind of a problem that I would have with anime. I just wish it was a little more subtle. You know? And I understand. I understand. Hold on. I understand I'm saying I want the Godzilla movie to be more subtle. I get that. I understand that. But I really enjoyed that, like, from the beginning of the movie, we are shown, again, it's the same thing, kind of similar to the Kung Fu Panda problem I had earlier. It's really weird that these aren't very comparable films, but they have a similar issue, is that we are shown at the beginning of the movie what this character's conflict is. You know, spoilers, he is a kamikaze pilot that abandoned his duty. We are shown that in the first scene, and we automatically understand, okay, I get it. That's this guy's problem. That's what this guy is dealing with. And again, he has to reiterate to us verbally his conflict multiple times. And I just really wanted it to be less on the nose, you know? I really liked that his internal conflict, when it was an internal conflict, it was great. When it was an external conflict, not as much, you know? That scene where he's sitting with his not girlfriend, and he's just sitting, it's a really long scene of him just telling us everything we inferred over the course of the first half of the movie. We are like sitting there, we were piecing together his story piece by piece, and it is very natural and well paced, and then he has to sit there and tell us everything that we earned, you know? I don't love that type of storytelling. I really don't. I'm not a fan of that type of storytelling. It's very prominent in anime. It's a very Japanese way of telling a story. So I didn't mind it that much, you know? You guys can hate on this all you want. The movie does still... It's still really good. It still rocks. This is as good as Godzilla gets, really. You know? This movie's got heart. This movie makes you happy to be alive. You know? And like, yeah, people are saying like, oh, you can't expect Godzilla to be subtle. You can't expect Japanese media to be subtle. I've watched a lot of things, you know? I've watched a lot of things. I've seen Japanese people be subtle, okay? I don't just watch anime. All right, I've seen Japanese people create beautiful works of art. I'm not just going to say, well, Japanese people don't know how to be subtle. I think that's a little racist, all right? And you guys are all racist for saying that. Okay? They're capable of being subtle too. They're not aliens. They don't not know what subtlety is. Yeah, we've got a whole Kurosawa catalog, all right? So let's just put that aside. When I'm complaining about the Japanese movie feeling like anime, it's because I'm not expecting anime when I watch a Japanese movie. I'm expecting a movie like a human being should. You know? And then when I'm reminded of anime, I'm like, oh, so it's kind of feels a little bit like anime. That's a little disappointing. I was expecting something a little more, you know? Still think it's good. Good movie. I'd still give it a 9 out of 10. I watched it twice. Immediately went next week and watched it again. The people in my theater recognized me, and they were like, hey, what are you seeing? I'm like, Godzilla. They're like, great choice. And then next week, they're like, what are you seeing this time? I'm like, Godzilla. He's like, okay. He's like, again? All right, sure. Right this way. Theater 15 on the right. So, yeah. I didn't see Shin Kamen Rider yet. I wanted to, but I didn't get to do it. I was going to actually stream that the other day, and I didn't get around to it. It's on the list. Do want to watch it. I really liked... This is very... I'm not going to talk about this for long. I did like the new Kamen Rider season. Kamen Rider Geats. That shit was good. I really liked that one. I liked it way more than I thought I would. That show's good. That show rocks. That's one of the best Kamen. I think it actually might be my favorite Kamen Rider now. Kamen Rider Geats is fucking raw. So you guys want to watch Kamen Rider? You want to get into it? Watch Geats. 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 Anyway. Let's move on. Oh, I did watch Beef. I wasn't going to talk about Beef because there's some controversy around Beef. Controversy that I feel very complicated feelings on. So I didn't want to talk about it. Sorry. But I did like it. I didn't watch Bottoms. Sorry. I didn't watch that one yet. It's on the list. So anyway. What's the controversy? Go look it up. I don't want to spend time talking about it. That's everything that I wanted to talk about. Now let's talk about the last chunk, the things I don't want to talk about that I have to anyway. Let's start with this one. This show fucking sucks. This show fucking sucks dick. It's the worst shit I ever watched, man. I hate this show. I hate this show so much. Show's ass. I hated watching this. All right? So before I started, really started working, editing the Batman videos, I was going to do a 2-parter, a 3-parter. I was going to do this. I was going to do, I closed the tab for the Marvels. I closed the tab for this. I was going to do this, and I was going to do Loki all at the same time, right? I didn't want to. I didn't have it in me. I was like, I'd rather just make the Batman videos. I really want to watch the Batman videos and work on something that I want to talk about instead of talking about things I don't want to talk about. Now, I only really disliked one of these three things, okay, and it's this. Hated I hated this show, man. It's so bad. Samuel Jackson, I feel like he really why'd they give him a show this bad? You know? Did people really say this is going to be Marvel's Andor? People were saying that when Echo's trailer came out. All right, let's not throw around that phrase very often. Andor is good because we weren't looking for an Andor. We weren't looking for this great subversive piece of media for this, for this franchise that hasn't gotten anything good in a while. You know? Stop looking for Marvel's Andor. All right, you're not going to get that. All right, because Andor is very particular and specific to Star Wars. It is a story that wouldn't work in Marvel, in the MCU. These are two different properties. And when people try to compare them, when people are like, oh, I remember when the last Star Wars, when Rise of Skywalker came out, and then people were comparing Rise of Skywalker and Infinity War all the time, right? Not comparable. Not trying to do the same thing. All right? Got to look at them differently. Got to look at them separately. And that's the case here. The things that I want from Star Wars are very different from what I want from the MCU. This show is so painfully boring. It is allergic to being interesting. I can't fathom how boring this show is. I saw this trailer, I saw this shot, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of a cool little shot there. That's the only time in the show that I thought that. By the time I got to that shot, I was like, damn, I forgot I liked that in the trailer. The final battle is horrible. Horrible. Terrible. Just awful. Built up. The show didn't need to happen, all right? It didn't need to happen. It kind of ruins the lore of Marvel a little bit. People are saying oh, well, Rhodey was a Skrull the whole time. He wasn't a Skrull the whole time. I watched the fucking show. I know now, all right? He wasn't a Skrull the whole time. He was a Skrull some of the time. Not even in the MCU. He's not a Skrull in Endgame and Infinity War. That's regular Rhodey, all right? Skrull Rhodey is just for this show, all right? People are over-exaggerating that because they didn't watch the show, and I can't blame them. All right? Show's really bad. So many important things happen here. Fucking Ben Mendelsohn Skrull. I can't. Do I spoil it? Who cares? So many characters die in this show that have been in a lot of movies. And what the fuck? Everybody's saying no one cares. All right. So, what's her face? Maria Hill dies in the first episode. And that's where I was like, when that happened, I'm like, now I know nobody's watching this show. Because nobody told me that. Nobody spoiled that shit. She gets domed in the first episode. Crazy. Because I was like, I watched this really late. I watched this months after. And I was like, damn. No one saw this. Because people would have brought this up. I would have heard about this. All right? Yeah, hope you guys like Maria Hill. She's dead. She's never coming back. Ben Mendelsohn Skrull dies. His daughter is Super Skrull, Emilia Clarke. It's all handled so poorly. I thought Ben Mendelsohn Skrull was going to get a little more of a send-off. He dies in a very unceremonious way. You know? It's kind of crappy. Has it been a year since the show came out? Just around there, yeah. Emilia Clarke needs a better agent. This girl deserves better because she's not a bad actress. But goddamn, she's just shoehorn. She's just they slaughter into that little nerd girl slot. They're like, you're in nerd shows. You gotta be a nerd, the queen of the nerds. We'll put you in Terminator because that's for nerds. put you in Star Wars because that's for nerds. We'll put you in we'll turn you into Drax. We'll turn you into Captain Marvel because you're the nerd lady. Come on. She deserves better. I want to see her get a fucking Poor Things treatment. Put her in like a good drama. You know? Let her play like 8 characters in a movie. Let her do something. Instead of just making that same fucking face. She has that like tired look in her eyes. There it is. This tired look in her eyes. You know? I feel bad for her. She doesn't get to act anymore. But yeah, hated this show. Terrible. Did you know Nick Fury has a wife? He has a Skrull wife? I was talking to my friend. I was watching this and I was like, dude, I gotta watch Secret Invasion. And she's like, oh, that's the one where Nick Fury fucks a Skrull, right? And I'm like, that can't be true. It was. Now, I'm assuming that some of you who just heard this information watched The Marvels, which we'll talk about next. I was quite shocked when his Skrull wife, who lives on the space station, by the way, was never brought up in this movie. She lives here on the space station. You think it would come up once? Oh well. I thought that some information in Secret Invasion would be important. That's the only reason I watch. The other reason is it's my job to watch them. But I assumed that I had to some degree. The only bit of Secret Invasion that matters is the fact that here, this scene where they're on this planet. You guys didn't watch this fucking movie. Who am I acting like you did? There's a scene here where Captain Marvel goes to some planet where the Skrulls and the Kree are having a meeting. They're having a peace treaty. They're talking about peace. The end of Secret Invasion, Nick Fury just says, oh, the Skrulls and the Kree are going to talk about a peace treaty. That is it. That is it. That is the only thing that matters. That one line. That's the only thing. It is shocking how little work they're putting into the world building now. It used to be like you kind of had to watch each movie to get all the pieces, you know? You were rewarded for doing so. Now, there's no point, man. There's just no point. It's tedious. That being said, this movie's not that bad. Now, there's worse movies that have come out in the last year, okay? This is not one of them. This movie's strangely kind of cute and fun, and it's short. Thank God this movie's short. This movie's only like, 90 minutes? 100 minutes? Short as fuck. And as it should be, okay? I will say the premise of this movie, a little sloppy. Like, I get the idea that they're entangled, they're entwined. When they use their powers, they hop back and forth between each other. That's the gimmick of the movie. And it leads to some funny, silly situations. Very fast-paced, doesn't really take a lot of time to slow down, and that is a good thing. There's a scene where like they're on a planet where they can only sing to communicate. That's an insanely fun and creative idea for a movie that no one's going to watch. It's very disappointing that, like, this one. Such a fun idea, such a wacky, silly, cool premise is in a movie that kind of overall is not like, it's mid. You know, mid is a good way to put it. Doesn't always mean bad. People use mid to say, that movie was mid, bro. Don't watch that shit. No, mid means middle of the road. Okay? It's okay. You could watch it or you couldn't watch it. It won't change your life. If you do watch it, you probably won't hate it. You know? Middle of the road. That is exactly how I feel about this movie. Middle of the road. I watched it and I was like, yeah, it's actually pretty decent. You know, didn't need to watch it. I'll watch it on an airplane. You know? Airplane movie. It's an airplane movie. That's exactly the way we'll put it. It's an airplane movie. Yep. Because Secret Invasion is bad. Let's not kid ourselves. That shit sucked. I didn't want to watch it. Bad. I didn't rate it. I give Secret Invasion. Fuck. I think I give it a 2. Legitimately. I really fucking hated it. It's close to a 1. 1 seems a little too low. No, it's a 1. It's a 1. I can't deny it. It's a 1. It really is a 1. It's really bad. I feel bad for Samuel L. Jackson, man. The man can barely stand up. He's getting really old. And they just fucking dragged him around in that movie. Anyway, this is not bad. I really like this premise of this singing, dancing planet. It was a lot of fun. The action scenes are really good. Like, the action scenes are actually really cool. Strangely enough. The shots like that don't look so great. But these scenes here, like the actual regular fight scenes, where they're like hot swapping between each other, were very fun. And yeah, Iman Vellani, Miss Marvel, is so good in this movie. She is the charisma that the MCU needs right now. The thing is, the MCU problem right now is they don't have, like, the face of the MCU anymore. It used to be Iron Man and Captain America, you know? We had those charismatic characters to look forward to seeing. Think about that scene in Infinity War where Captain America comes in for the first time. Just seeing him filled everybody with excitement because they love seeing him. There's no MCU character right now that would get that reaction, you know? There's no MCU character where if they showed up in that dramatic ass scene in the subway where they would have that feeling. Spider-Man is probably the closest, yes, but that's a whole other problem, you know? The Guardians, yeah, but the Guardians, it's done. Guardians is over. It's finished. No more Guardians. We're done with that, you know? We don't have that anymore. So they don't have that charisma. They don't have that character everybody likes. They really need that. She has the charisma. She has what it takes. They just have to give her good stuff. You know? Give her a good movie. Give her a good thing to be in. People, I feel like they feel that way about, like, we still have Doctor Strange. People really like Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Strange. People like Paul Rudd to some degree, but his last movie was really bad, so I don't think we're going to be seeing Paul Rudd for a long time. And people like Thor, even though his last movie was shit. And people are delusional. But no, they just put Wong in everything. And I like Wong, but I don't love Wong. All right? I don't need to see Wong all the time. All right? Yeah, Daredevil, he's on the list. But they have to the problem is they have to build back up. Because we fucked up. There was too much. We had too much MCU. And now we fucked up. Everybody's officially oversaturated. But then we have Loki. And unfortunately for Loki, this show is good. This show is really good. And again, so many people skipped it. So many people didn't watch it. Which is really disappointing. I will say I don't think it's as good as season 1. I think that a lot of people's problem is that they how do I put this? A great ending sometimes distracts people from the rest of the story. You know? And I feel like the early to middle chunk of this season was kind of mid. You know? Wasn't the best. Builds up as it goes. I think the last 2 episodes are fantastic. Absolutely some of the best stuff that the MCU has put out, period. To the point where that it doesn't feel like the MCU. You guys want to talk about the Andor of the MCU? It's Loki. You already have it. It's right here. This is the series. This is the one thing that is tonally different from the rest of the stuff that you've been watching. It has a unique identity, has a unique voice. It has interesting characters. You're trying to, like, the thing is, the problem with people are saying, like, oh, I want, and MCU is Andor. You want something that feels like Andor. You're not going to get that in the MCU, all right? They tried it a few times. It doesn't fit the MCU, all right? This is something that the MCU needs. It needs something that feels different. It's just not right. No one is watching this shit. It is a good standalone thing. That's the thing is, this doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. This kind of leaves off in a way that, like, this story's done. You know? It doesn't really tie into much else other than the movies you've already watched. You know? Yeah, they pivoted away from Kang. Kang doesn't matter anymore. Kang doesn't fucking matter at all. It also matters so much, it doesn't. Why are we on Dune? Get out of here. It doesn't matter at all. This is a standalone, bite-sized story. Season 1 and 2, you're kind of meant to watch as one project, and I understand that. And I kind of like that. If you watch it from beginning to end, season 1, episode 1 to the end of season 2, it is a very well-made story. Loki himself has the best character arc, I think, out of any character in the MCU, weirdly enough. A character that I did not give a fuck about in the movies. In his show, he has the best character arc. He is the best character in the franchise right now. You guys want... And again, it's a lot like Andor. I didn't give a fuck about Andor when I watched this movie. I watch Andor, I'm like, damn, that guy... I like this character. I like this story. It's the same thing here. This is the MCU's Andor. It's not as good. I mean, obviously. But this is as close as you're going to get right now. All right? It's the closest you're going to get for a while. Okay? It's a damn shame. They squandered it. They ruined it. It's a really good... The finale of this was so cool. The finale of this was the first time in a while that I've watched an MCU thing and I've felt like the feeling that I felt. I was like, damn, that is sick. That is so good. And you don't get that much with the MCU anymore. And I will say, I am very excited that about the fact that there's only one MCU movie for the entire year. There's only one. That is very exciting to me. Yeah, there's only one, and it's Deadpool. And I think that's a good thing. Like, I think not just the fact that there's only one. The fact that it's Deadpool. Honestly, that's kind of what they need. Deadpool, that prints money. You want to print money? You want to make instant money? You make a Deadpool movie. All right? And the good thing about Deadpool is there hasn't been a lot of them. There's only been 2. And the second one was a long time ago. So people want more Deadpool. And it is a good palate cleanser. That's true. You get an R-rated MCU movie as the only MCU movie of the year? That's kind of bold. That's a promising premise to me. You know? I don't even like the Deadpool movies that much. I don't even like them that much. But I am so desperate for something new that I am ecstatic. All right? I am so excited for something new. You know? That's how I feel about it. I don't even like the Deadpool movies that much, but I want to see something that I have not seen before. and an R-rated MCU movie as the only one of the year, if it's bad, that's going to be insane. It's going to be crazy. It's dead. The franchise is dead if that movie sucks. But unfortunately, or fortunately or unfortunately, depending on who you are, it's gonna do well. It's gonna make $1 million. It's gonna make a bajillion trillion dollars. All right. I don't think superhero movies are dead. I've always said that. People like superhero movies. All right. People have been saying superhero movies are dead since I was a little kid. All right. And they're not dead. They're not going anywhere because society is full of fucking nerds. All right. Society loves fucking superheroes. They love superheroes. They love them. They're always gonna love them. Okay. They're gonna love them until the world blows up. All right. Because superheroes, they go back into something primal in us. All right. Fucking stories of Perseus fighting the Gorgon, fighting Medusa. That's superheroes. All right. We've been telling superhero stories since the dawn of storytelling, and it will never go away. And on that topic, I cannot wait for Madam Web, baby. Madam Web is going to be so fucking funny. Madam Web is going to be so good. Let's talk about Madam Web before we go. Guys, I said there's only going to be... Oh, I forgot. I started What If I didn't like it. Not talking about it. Let's get to the real shit, all right? All right. So he looks... Oh, it's a masterpiece. It looks so good. It looks so good. Delicious garbage. If it's not funny, I'm going to be so upset. All right. I rewatched Venom 2 the other day. Dan was over with their wife, and they wanted to watch Venom 2 because they hadn't seen it yet. And I was like, let's put on Venom 2. And I forgot how fucking funny Venom 2 is. And it got me so excited for Madam Web. Now, we haven't seen... We haven't been getting a lot of delicious garbage lately. Morbius wasn't quite at that level. I'm still going to make that Morbius video that I promised you guys. But it's not funny bad enough, you know? I have so many things I want to say. I have so many thoughts and opinions on Madam Web. We're only getting one MCU movie this year. But I think if my count is correct, we're getting 3 Sonyverse movies? We're getting Madam Web. We're getting Kraven the Hunter. And we're getting Venom 3. What the fuck? What the hell? This is my year. All right? I am so excited. That is the craziest lineup of garbage I've ever seen. I would not be surprised if some of those movies do not exist. I would not be surprised if Kraven the Hunter gets canceled. Okay? I'd be very sad if it did. Because, boy, I need to see some garbage. I need some trash. All right? The El Muerto movie got canceled. Yeah. That shit got canceled. This movie is not going to do well. Let's be real. It's being memed by film Twitter, all right? It's being memed by superhero Twitter, but this movie's not going to do good. It's not going to do good. This is not going to be a Venom situation, you know, where Venom ended up being kind of a hit because it was stupid and funny. That was a flash in the pan. That's not happening again. And Venom had brand recognition on its back. People know of Venom. People know who Venom is, so they're okay with going to see the Venom movie. And when it turned out to be goofy and funny, it worked out just fine, right? El Muerto's back in development. We'll see how long that lasts. However, we have a movie about the old lady with the blindfold. Why? Why is this being made? It's baffling. It is shocking. Why is this being made? That leaked plot synopsis is so fucking funny. It is so funny. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm not going to spoil it. but it's funny. I really hope it's true. I should tell you. Okay, guys, let me tell you. The leaked plot synopsis is the following. Madam Web has to help. Madam Web is facing off against Ezekiel Sims, right? Who wants to absorb the spider totems, as we all know. He wants to eat spider people. She needs to stop him from eating baby Peter Parker. We also have young Uncle Ben, who's being played by Ben Wyatt. Young Uncle Ben Wyatt. Where is he? There he is. There he is. That was the leaked plot synopsis. Might not be the case. That was the leaked plot. It's that Ezekiel Sims wants to absorb baby Peter Parker, and she has to stop him. Pretty fucking funny. It is kind of like Madoka Magica. What the fuck are spider totems? I don't have time to get into that. I'm sorry. But yeah, if that's the plot, I'm gonna be eating good. I love bad superhero movies. You guys know I do. I've made it my whole life. I love trash. I love trash. And we getting a whole year of it, baby. I really hope these movies don't get canceled. Because I need them. I need them. If Deadpool 3 ends up being, like, really good, and it's the only MCU movie, and then these are awful, there's no way these are going to be good. Let's be real. Venom 3 has a chance of being fun. Kraven the Hunter, when was this ever going to be a good idea? On what dimension was a Kraven the Hunter movie? Oh my god. The spiders. They definitely added those spiders in post. I've never watched this. I've actually never watched this fucking trailer. Does he have superpowers? This is me when my Uber Eats driver forgets my drink. This is what I'd be doing. Watching the sound. Now let's watch this trailer. Let's watch this shit. Let's watch this. Yeah, Kraven the Hunter's just a fucking guy. Why is he here?
My son, never. They are prey.
Kraven's really been getting some fucking... Getting some bad representation lately.
Boys, your mother is dead.
She died because you sent her away.
She was weak, sick in her mind. You know my business, yes? Power.
I'm an assassin.
Strength. If you show weakness, you will give our enemies an opening.
Whole movie's in the trailer. That's the Sony way of doing things. They do that with Spider-Verse too. That's my fucking problem with the Spider-Verse trailers. Don't watch the Spider-Verse trailers, man.
Like his mother, leave him.
What happened that day?
I stared death in the face, and for the first time, I saw my true self. Tell me about this hunter.
He has lion powers. He's the Lion King. Why does he have lion powers? Why is he Lion Man? He's eating people. Oh, this movie's gonna be so good.
I take it out.
Think you're some kind of honor.
Villains aren't born. I love these taglines.
Hunting for a trophy.
They're made.
Isn't that what he taught us?
You don't get to do
I'm glad it's at least R-rated. Definitely added. Spiders added in post
Mr. Taglin?
to remind us this is a Spider-Man villain.
Where's Mr. Taglin?
Oh, you're standing in him.
This movie's gonna be so fucking good.
Oh, you just figured that out now?
Why is he a lion? Why is he a lion?
There is an end.
What the fuck?
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
Thanks for watching, guys. That was Cosmonaut Catch Up 2023. That was a lot for me to take in at once. This is film of the year. All right, people are memeing Madam Web right now. This is the one. This is gonna be my film of the year. Buckle up for Craven, baby. Buckle up for Craven the Hunter. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is gonna be up. The full feed, the full VOD will be up on the VOD channel. Demonetized, obviously, because we played a bunch of movie trailers. You know, it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. But the edited version is going to be up in a couple days. So let me read the donos that I missed real quick. Thank you to Azaikufu. Thank you, Isaac. Please, Isaac, please no. Isaac, please no. And we got a few donations earlier. Thank you, KYH, for the donation. Watch hell episode of the new What If season. Just that episode, in your opinion, that we need some battle-loving female characters. I agree. Yeah, I only watched the Christmas episode with Happy Hogan, and I did not like it that much. Excuse me. So, yeah. We talked about Godzilla. Watch the feed. Go back, watch the tape, baby. I didn't watch Barry. I've only seen season 1 of Barry. I gotta get on that, man. Sarcastic Idiot, thank you for the donation. KYH, thank you for the other donation. Which are the 3 Sony movies you're most excited for as a comedy? This one. This looks way funnier than Madam Web. This looks so fucking funny. Madam Web looks funny, but it has that like Morbius vibe where it might not be that funny. It might just be boring, you know? And I gotta watch them all anyway. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you for subbing. Thanks for being my friend. Bye.